We are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Superdome here in New Orleans. Tonight on this fine Thursday night, we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the New Orleans Saints. Taken at the goal line, and his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. First play and a first throw coming for Hill. Oh, and that is incomplete.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. In his 7th season now, here's Alvin Kamara. And he'll take this to about the 24, a gain of 3.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Throwing on 3rd down, Hill. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Foye Oluokun finding his way to the ball for a stop. A tackle for loss.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Hill. And that is incomplete.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defender's minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Hill. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. Back deep for Jacksonville, the dangerous Jamal Agnew. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Jaguars getting set to go. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10 at the 20. Now here's a Louisiana native from the town of Jennings. It's Travis Etienne. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Now Lawrence. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. 7 yards there and a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Lawrence's throw here into the hands of Jones. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up second down. Here's Lawrence. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Wreaking havoc was Nathan Shepard, the D tackle.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big time sack.
Now 3rd down and 7. Now Lawrence. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
2nd down, and it's Kamara again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
And what a weapon to have when you can use your quarterback as a short yardage runner and pick up 1st downs.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off of play action, Hill. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
That looked great when he first took off because in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. They'll start on the ground. ETN. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. And they'll go again with Etienne. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down. We're scoreless after one. The Jags with the football to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Running out of the gun with Etienne. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
On second down, a run with Etienne. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
That is caught. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 32-yard line. Well, forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now Lawrence on first down. And that one too high and incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
2nd and 10. They'll send Kirk in motion right. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. So Lawrence will exit, and on comes Brandon McManus for the Jaguar field goal. A 33-yarder from the left hash. The kick by McManus is good, and the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Hey, what we got? Let's go. Let's rock and roll, baby. This is where you step up time, baby.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. From his end zone, here's Rashid Shaheed. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Hill. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Hill now to throw. Over the middle into the hands of Michael Thomas. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The Saints 1st down there on a gain of 11.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Hill. Thomas has got it. Complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Kamara up the middle. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Tackled there by Rayshon Jenkins.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
He gets this one to Johnson. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, Hill. And they'll get this down to the 10. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
On 1st down, it's Hill. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Throwing again is Hill. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the 1st half winds down.
And now 3rd and goal following incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Hill. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their 1st timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
This is the calm before the storm, Let's rock and roll.
Out now is the field goal unit for New Orleans. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And his kick is indeed good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the third drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. This taken in at the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
In a tie game, both sides are looking for something to give them an advantage. It often falls back on special teams. And that return, that could be the spark to untie the game.
Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Here's Lawrence to throw. A short throw to Ingram. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Now the Jags are moving quickly in the hurry-up. Now Lawrence to throw on 2nd down. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Now Lawrence to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Jags 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Tano Passanio. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. From the gun, it's Lawrence. He'll find Etienne out of the backfield. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. A shotgun snap and a give to Etienne. The Saints going to call the 1st of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the 1st half of play. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. And the Saints going to go on offense one final time in this 1st half. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Hill on first down. And that one too wide and incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. So we've reached halftime in a low-scoring affair, just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Jaguars ready to get going to start quarter number 3. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. ETN up the middle, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw here taken in by Ingram. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 34-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
From the 25, here's 2nd down at a yard. They go play action now. Lawrence. That's caught. It's Strange, the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. First target, first catch, and a first down.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
Now a 2nd and 10. Motion man left is Kirk. He's going to get it on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. And this is going to be incomplete.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a 4th down.
So Lawrence will exit, and on comes Brandon McManus for the Jaguar field goal.
This a 31-yard attempt.
The kick by McManus is good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Motion man left is Kirk. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
As a linebacker, you're taught to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right. Took it straight into the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
A solid move on the run, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line. Down at the 2. 43 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now.
And I know this quarterback. His instinct, he's going to want to go for it here on 4th and goal. I want to see if the rational heads on the sidelines prevail and they say this late in the game, let's get 3 in the lead. This debate is going to be fun.
The kick by McManus is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. All around great play by Devin Lloyd, using his athleticism to get to the backfield and his strength to stop him for a loss. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Hill. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Here is 3rd down and 4. Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front. After the false start, sets up a 3rd and 9. To throw is Hill. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down,
that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now.
Kamara gets it again on second down.
And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory.
Well, at that rate, picking up 3 yards a carry, you and I both know that doesn't cut it in this league and trying to get first downs unless you're playing 4-down football. Then that's a whole different situation, but I don't think that's what they're trying to do here. 3rd and 4, though, is still manageable.
Now it's Hill. And that is incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on to kick it away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And, Charles, we've seen almost 3 full quarters now, and neither offense can really get it going. Neither has hit the end zone, and neither side seemingly can make that big play.
But the game hasn't been devoid of action because these two defenses, they've taken over and they've slugged it out. But I think you're exactly right. We're at that stage of the game now where one of these offenses, if they make a big play, that could be the difference.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Back now here live in New Orleans. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They go play fake, and it's Hill.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Throwing on 3rd down, Hill.
And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more.
He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big 3rd down play, and they did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, first and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to bring up second down. Now Lawrence. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football into places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Lawrence. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. Calvin Ridley, 65 yards. And the Jaguars use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big time play. And just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. On the return, here's Rashid Shaheed. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. Now Hill looking to throw on first. And his throw is incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
From the gun, here's Hill. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hopefully they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Here's Hill. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack.
4 seasons in the league, and even with the addition of the #1 overall pick to his defense last year, Allen remained the face of the Jaguars pass rush. Again, led his team with 7 sacks and a career-high 4 forced fumbles.
Desperation time on 4th for Hill. He lets it go deep for Olave. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Lawrence will throw. Got his man. It's the tight end Strange with it.
And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down. Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point that continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle.
And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Overall, I'd have to say that was just really good team defense because, to me, you can't pin that one on the running back. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately.
The kick by McManus is good, and the lead stretches. 16-3 now. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Foyesade Oluwakin.
And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
On 1st down, Lawrence.
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a 1st.
I like how he hung in there and went through his progressions, but eventually his internal clock went off and told him it was time to make a run for it, and he ends up sliding down with a solid gain.
Now Lawrence on 1st down.
And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it's 2nd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This will be 3rd and 5. Try to take this home. They'll run.
And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game.
So Lawrence will exit, and on comes Brandon McManus for the Jaguar field goal.
This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt.
The kick by McManus is good,
and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Let's go, baby. Let's have some fun. Let's play. Let's keep our cool, fellas. Let's roll. Hey, what we got? Come on, let's have some fun. That's smart, baby. Let's have some fun. Let's get something going. Let's go. Every day, let's do what we do every day.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
So all eyes on the Saints offense. Down by 16. 1:54 on the clock. Their offense has struggled all night, and now they need to find 2 scores late to try to pull this thing out.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, they've certainly had trouble unlocking this defense through 3.5 quarters, so I don't expect it to get any easier now. You know they're going to be sitting back and waiting on everything, and they force an incompletion there.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
Here's Kamara off the draw. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down. They hit him with the draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on 2nd and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass them with a running play.
Boy, here's a big one. You can just feel it. This is 3rd down now.
Play fake. Hill.
Connecting with Johnson. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
1 timeout at their disposal, but more pressing is the need for 2 scores, obviously. Here's 1st and 10. He completes it to Olave.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. Now, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. This is 1st and 10.
Here's Hill. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. Touchdown, Saints.
Alvin Kamara.
34 yards.
And the Saints are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
Well, they knew a lot of steps had to happen here. They got step 1, the touchdown. You need a 2-point conversion here, don't you?
You do, and as you continue to look ahead, if they're able to get that, somehow get the ball back and get another score, they have to go for 2 again. That's why teams are practicing multiple 2-point plays.
We saw that in Super Bowl 51 with the Patriots getting a pair of big 2-point conversions. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. Down to a knee for the Jags. Victory seemingly in hand. Lawrence to a knee, and that will write a finish to this one.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. So this will be a win for Jacksonville, and I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done, really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball.
You're handing
out multiple. Although I set you up by saying game balls plural, but
I like where we're going with this. Though you say one to represent like the best player of all of that, and I say multiples so that you keep everyone motivated and involved.
You're a man of the people.
I'm a man of the people. I thought I was the only child.
You get a game ball, and you get a game ball.